welcome to the Code Cuts episode 3. Today I'm going to go over how to make a live wallpaper from start to finish. We probably won't finish it, but we will definitely get started making a framework that you guys can hopefully use in future production code and make actual live wallpapers with. So that'll be really fun. Right now what I'm looking at is a completely blank project, and specifically I've gone into the manifest file for my blank project. Now, before we do anything here, let's go over to our Package Explorer and go into the Resources folder, and then inside the Layout folder. Let's right-click that Layout folder and create a new Android XML file. This Android XML file, when we do that, it'll bring up this creation screen, and we're going to put file name. We're going to make it layout.xml, and we'll click finish. As soon as it creates the layout file, let's go down to the very bottom of the screen, and we'll click layout.xml so we can actually see the code that's back there. Now, we are going to delete the linear layout that was automatically generated for us. We'll leave the top XML definition. And instead, we're going to put a wallpaper tag here, wallpaper. So we start with an open bracket, then we type wallpaper. Then we go xmlns:/android equals quotation marks http://schemas.android.com/apk/res/android close comma or close quotation mark, and then we'll drop down a line. We'll go Android that's it. Then we'll just put a closing bracket, and now we've got a wallpaper tag, and that's good. We'll use this later on to define things like the thumbnail and any settings pages that we may add later on. So once we've created that layout.xml file, we can jump back over to the manifest folder file now. One of the first things we're going to do is go right underneath the uses SDK tag and create a new tag. We'll go open bracket uses-feature, and then we'll go Android:name equals quotation mark android.software.live_wallpaper close quotation mark close tag. And what that does is it basically marks our application as being a live wallpaper. So the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to delete our activity. So if you look a little bit further down, you see that an activity was automatically created for us. Well, we don't want that because we're not really making an application like that. We're making a live wallpaper. So instead, we go delete activity and replace it with bracket service. The service tag declares an Android.app.service class. So this is telling it that we're using something that's special, like a live wallpaper. And we'll go Android:name equals, and you're going to want to use your package name here initially. But at the end of it, you'll put dot main activity or something like that. Okay, that's a bad example. Main service, how about that? Okay, then we'll drop down a line, and we'll go Android:label equals, and then we'll give it a name for whatever we want. I'll call mine demo live wallpaper. I know, not very original. Then we'll drop down a line, and we'll go Android:permission equals android.permission.bind_wallpaper. Close quotation mark, close service bracket, or close bracket for the service tag. And now that we've created the service, we're going to put another tag inside of it. We're going to put an intent filter, intent. So we'll go open bracket intent dash filter, close bracket. And inside this intent filter, we'll go open bracket action Android:name equals Android.service.wallpaper service. Close quotation mark, close bracket. Okay, now let's drop down from the intent filter, but we'll still be inside the service tag. And we're going to add one last thing. We'll go open bracket meta-data Android:name equals Android.service.wallpaper. And then we'll go Android:resource equals @layout:layout.xml. Sorry, don't put the .xml at the end. And then you can close bracket that. And that's all there is to the manifest file. So what we've done is we told it that we're creating a live wallpaper, requested the specific wallpaper permissions, set up a service entry point, gave it a name, set up an intent filter, and pointed it to our layout file. Okay, now let's go take a look. Let's leave the manifest file. Let's go to source, and inside source we'll go to live wallpaper demo activity.java, or whatever the Java file is that was automatically generated. So a few things to note. If you remember, we deleted the activity code in the manifest and we replaced it with a service. So what we're going to do inside this demo activity wallpaper file, we're going to delete the onCreate method that was automatically generated. And if you notice, it says extends activity up there. Well, we don't want it to extend activity. We want it to extend service. And specifically wallpaper service. And you'll notice that it gets angry at you. So what you can do is you can go Control-Shift-O, and that'll automatically resolve the namespace package that's missing. And then it'll get angry at you in a different way. So we'll mouse over the red squiggly that's above the class name, or below the class name, and we'll click Add Unimplemented Methods. And then it just puts in one constructor for onCreateEngine, or stubs in one method. So what we've just done is we created the basics behind a wallpaper. Now if you were to run this, you could actually run this right now and it would crash, but that's okay because we're almost to the point where we have a working live wallpaper.